So today we are going to integrate Azure with Wazuh. So these are the following steps I write down here in the notepad which we are going to perform today. So what will happen, whatever we'll be doing in Azure, that would log to our Wazuh SIEM solution. Okay, so let's go and see how we can do these things. But for the first stage, which is create an Azure account, I'm not going to show you in details because I already have created and I don't have any spare email ID left with me. But it is pretty simple. Let me give you an idea. Just go to azure.microsoft.com and on the right hand side top right corner you will find a button which is get started with Azure. Click on that and there will be a form coming up. Those are pretty simple. You just need to write down name, email ID, address, phone number, and you need one credit card. They don't charge you, they just want to verify your credit card to prove your identity. Okay, and whatever the amount they are deducting, they will revert back to you within 2-3 days. Okay, and you will get 30 days of Azure credit of $200. After that, if you want to use Azure, you can go with pay and use model. So whatever you are using, you need to pay on that, and it's very cheap. It's not very high amount kind of thing, and a lot of the services with Azure, they are free, so you can use it seamlessly. So I already created my account. Let me just go to my account and show you how it look like. So this is the login screen after I logged in. So for the purpose of Wazuh, let me just track these things. So I'm making it not applicable because we already created this account, but for you need to create this, and it is mandatory thing. Second thing, we need to create an Azure app. Okay, so how we are going to create an Azure app? We just need to click on this hamburger icon on the left hand side and come to Microsoft Enter ID, which is simply thing cloud active directory. We are using on-premises active directory, but for the cloud we need to use Enter ID. Enter ID is the active directory for cloud Azure. Azure is a big scenario, big umbrella, and within that we have active directory. Okay, now and within this Enter ID, what we need to do, we need to click on the manage here and click app registration. Okay, now I already have created some app. You just need to create app for you also. Click on the new registration, give a name of your app. For example, I am giving you my app name, Wazuh app 2. Okay, and let the default setting, there is no purpose to change this thing for the time being, and click the register. Very simple thing. Okay, so our app has been created now. Okay, so need to track this thing, create an app, done. Okay, so now we need to create a secret key and create API permission. And how we are going to do this, let me show you. So first, create secret key. On the left hand side we have certificate and secret. Click on that, click a new secret. Okay, so description, give a description for your secret. Let me give you the description of Wazuh app secret 2. Okay, and you can set the expiration time. 180 days is fine, but you can do it up to 2 years. So let me do the highest one and click add. Okay, now we already have the secret value and secret ID. We don't need to do anything with secret ID. We have lot of things to do with the secret value. So what we are going to do, we need to copy this, and if you click on the right hand side this copy button, it will copy automatically, showing copied here. Okay, now we need to write it down somewhere in a safe place, because if I go back to this page and this will not show again, so we need to write down it somewhere. So let's write it down here, secret key and paste. Okay, let me just decrease the size a little bit. So this one is application secret key. So we will go back to our API permission. On the left hand side we have API permission. We will go into this, and what you need to do from here on the right hand side, you have add permission. You need to click on that, and you need to come to the API my organization uses, and here you need to search Log Analytics API. Okay, now what things you need to do? You need to click on the delegate permission. Number one, you need to select data read and add permission. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to click again add permission, again API on my organization use, click on Log Analytics. You need to click on application permission and select data read, add permission. Okay, for the Log Analytics we have given permission. Now again click on the add permission. Now this time click Microsoft Graph here. Same thing we need to do, delegate and application permission. First we will go into delegate. Okay, now what permission you need to give? You need to give two permission from here, which is search here audit log. Here is the audit log section, and from here you need to click audit log read all. This is the number one. Okay, and number two, go again. So this time click application permission and write down and search here audit log. So one is for the delegate, one is for the application. Okay, now next thing you have to do, click again, click Microsoft Graph API, then click application, and here you need to search with read all, directory read all. We need to search directory read all, directory and directory read all. We don't need to read and write and all. So for the application we have selected application here, and under the permission we have selected directory read all, add permission. Okay, very good. And now what you have to do, next step is grant admin consent for default directory. You need to click this, and it will ask you yes or no. You need to select yes. Yes, we have selected. Now check the status, all have been given permission, admin permission. So let's track this down. Secret key we have done, create API permission we have done. This is all you need to do for the Azure. Few other permission I would like to include, which is, let me show you, add permission, select Microsoft Graph API, application permission, and here write down read all, or maybe user read. Okay, so click user and select read user all, which is read all users full profile. Okay, we need to just give the read permission, don't need to give the write permission. Okay, now again go back and click the grant user consent for default directory. So this one also be showing the green tick mark. Yes, so now what will happen, Graph API can read the user profile. Okay, and you will be getting a better visualization in your SIEM. So these steps is done. Now we need to create a Log Analytics Workspace. How we can do this? Let's go back to the search. Let's go back to the Azure and search here Log Analytics Workspace. Now I already have created one workspace. Let me create another for you. Let's create here one. Select your subscription 1, resource group. I already have a resource group, or if you don't have a resource group, you can create a resource group from here. Resource group is like a group kind of thing where you keep all your resources. So whenever you need to delete all of your resources, just delete the resource group. It will delete automatically all your resources within this group. Okay. So select the resource group, the name of the instance, the Log Analytics instance name. So I'm giving here name Wazuh Log Analytics Workspace 2. Big Analytics 2, because earlier we already created the Log Analytics Workspace. So this is the number 2. Click review and create, and then it is verifying, running final validation. It will take few moments. It's done, and now we can create this analytics workspace. This is the deployment details we can see from here. Let's go to the resources. Okay, now this is our Log Analytics Workspace 2. We are into this. From here we need to take the workspace ID, which is this one, and copy this ID. You need to keep this ID. So let's write it down again. Log Analytics Workspace ID. You need this ID later on. Okay, let me paste it down. Okay, done. Now second thing you need to do, from here on the left hand side you have Identity and Access Control Management, IAM. Click on that. Okay, now here you need to add a role, right? Click on the add role assignment. Now search here reader. Lot of readers are coming here, but I need Log Analytics reader. Log Analytics reader, this one you need to take. Okay, if you click here and click next screen, you need to add a member, right? How we are going to add a member? The user, group or service principal assigned to, and select the member. And this time what I will doing, I'll be selecting our app which we have created earlier, right? So let me search with the app. So this is the app we have created earlier at the first step, Wazuh app 2. Let me select that. Okay, it's already been selected here, and click select. Now review and assign. Okay, and again review and assign. So now it is adding role assignment. It's done. Okay, pretty easy, pretty simple. We don't need to do anything from here. Now let's go back, and we can verify this from here also, that we have already added Wazuh app 2. This is the Wazuh app 2 we have added just now with Log Analytics reader. So we can add another role assignment with this user, which is reader, but log assignment is okay for us. Let me try with the reader. This is the reader permission we have. Click next, member select Wazuh app 2, select, and review and assign. So I have given two permission now. One is Log Analytics permission, another is reader permission. See, both are the permissions showing here, Log Analytics reader and only reader. Okay, now go back to Azure, enter ID, and then click on the app services, app registration, which we have created earlier. Let's find our app. This is the app we have created earlier, Wazuh app 2. From here what we need application ID. Where is the application ID? This is the application ID we need to take, application client ID. Let's copy it, paste it here. Okay, and copy this ID and paste in our text file. Okay, so we have application ID, which is client ID. We have application key, which is secret key. We have Log Analytics Workspace ID. Now what we need Azure tenant ID. Okay, where is Azure tenant ID? This is the Azure directory tenant ID. You need to copy this as well. Okay, directory tenant ID, and you need to copy this. Perfect. So we need 6 things, and out of that we already got 4. What are the things we left? We need to create a storage account now. So let me track down this first. we have created Log Analytics Workspace. We have, okay, these things are now need to pending. So API permission we have done here, Log Analytics permission done here. Okay, these things we need to do. Create a storage account. Let's go and search here storage account. Click here storage account. I already have created a storage account. You need to create and one. Same thing, you need to select the subscription. I only have one subscription, resource group Log Analytics work group. It's better to keep all of the resources within one resource group. Storage account name must be unique. So how I am getting a storage account name? Let me try with Wazuh. Wazuh storage 2. It's been already taken. Let's take with 200. It's available. Preferred storage type will be Azure Blob Storage or Azure Data Storage Generation 2, or maybe you can do Azure Files. So first options will be good, standard will be okay for us, and make it default for everything. Just need to go next, review and create. It is validating. It takes few seconds. Now it's ready. Now we can click the create button here and the storage account will be created within a moment. So now click on the go to resource. From here we need two things, which is storage account name and storage account key. So how we are going to achieve this? We need to click here on our left hand side search bar, access, or maybe you can find this within security and networking on your left hand side and click the access key. Okay, so if you click the access key, this is the storage account name. Let's copy it, come to our storage, come to our text file and write down storage account name, and this will be the one we have copied earlier. And another thing, we need storage account key. If you click any of the key, both keys are working, any of the click show and copy to clipboard and come back to your text file, write down storage account key and paste this key here. Okay, so now we have all the details we need to configure Wazuh. We need 6 details. How much we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, we don't need anything, right? Last thing you need to do, which is diagnostic settings. And how we are going to do this? We need to click here on the hamburger icon, click Microsoft Enter ID, and at the bottom you will find diagnostic setting. From here you need to add a diagnostic setting. Now you need to click sign in log, audit log and provisioning log. You can set any other log you want to see in your storage account. Where is provisioning log? I click these 3 things. Another thing you need to click send to Log Analytics Workspace. And now it is asking which Log Analytics Workspace you are going to send this. So subscription you need to set and Log Analytics Workspace, because I have 2. So now this is the one I have created just now. So I'll be selecting this. If you want to send this to the storage account, you can select it here, and again it will ask you which storage account you are going to send this, because we have 2, so that is the reason. Okay, but remember, storage account means the cold storage and Log Analytics means it's a hot storage kind of thing. Okay, and every month you will be getting 5 GB free Log Analytics Workspace space, and after that it will be charged. Okay, so now I have selected here all the details I need to. Now need to give a diagnostic setting name. So diagnostic setting 2. Okay, now save it. Let me save this. So what, let me track down this, create storage account, done. and we have already created the diagnostic setting where we are going to send our logs to our Log Analytics Workspace. And how it look like, let me show you. Okay, this is the one we have just created. Okay, so let me go to the Log Analytics Workspace. This is the one we have created just now. All the logs will be showing here, and there's some select table. You can select the table, or if you want, you can write down your own queries. These are the query you want to run if you want. If I select it here, because I have no data, it is not showing, that is the reason. Okay, and the default time for keeping this log in the Log Analytics Workspace is 30 days, but you can change it to up to 24 months probably, but after that you need to shift those logs to the storage account. Okay, let's go back to Wazuh, but before that let me write down the code in our text file so that we can just copy and paste everything we need to do. So we will be creating it here in this text file. It will help us. Let's start with Woodle, WODLE name, and it will be quote and double quote Azure logs. Okay, and quote unquote and tag close. Okay, next line I will be writing down, is it disable? I will be saying no, it is not disable. No. Okay, this is the now next line, run on start. Say yes, because it will be run on the start, and here I'll be writing down yes, tag close, run on start. Okay, so let's create a closing tag for Woodle. Okay, and within this we'll be writing our code. So the first code will be Log Analytics. Within which we'll be writing down our auth path, which is so auth path. We need to set our credential in a file, and we will be pointing this path here. So by default, Wazuh take credential file, or maybe we can set a specific credential file. There's no problem at all. So let me put it here, where OSEC, then Woodle, then credentials, then Log Analytics underscore credential. Remember, we need to create this file within this directory where OSEC Woodle credential. We have not created till now. Okay, we need to create this. Now next line, come to the next line and write down here tenant ID, okay, and here the tenant ID we need to copy it from here, directory tenant ID. This is the tenant ID we have copied earlier. Click here and paste here, copy and paste. Okay, okay, next thing, interval. That means within how much interval it will fetch the data. So let's write it down from here. Let's say 10 minutes, close the interval. Now let me create the request. This is the auth path we have done all within the log analytics. Now let me do the request thing. But request, let's click the let's create the request closing tag. Okay, and within which we will be writing our code, which will be simple thing, query. Now query close. Okay, and within this query tag we will be writing down Azure activity, a capital, ZURE, and again activity, a capital, activity, right? It's done. Next thing we need to add workspace. From which workspace we will be creating? SPAC workspace, right? And close this workspace. Okay, and we need to give the workspace ID here, which we have copied earlier. What is the workspace ID we have created earlier? This is the workspace ID we have copied earlier. Let's give the workspace ID. Okay, simple thing is done from our end. Now here create another tag which is time offset, because how many days log it will ingest. Time underscore offset and close tag, and make a close tag here, time underscore offset. Okay, and within this I will be writing down 1 day, because 1 day's log it will be ingesting or collecting, right? And we already have close tag for request, we don't need to think of that again. Same thing we need to do for another. Let's the same thing copy and paste it here. Okay, what we'll be going to do, workspace ID will be remain same. We just need to change the tag and query. This time we will be using the query to audit logs, A capital, audit, and L capital, right? Audit logs. What we can do is to add a tag here. It's not necessary, you can use or you cannot use, this up to you. Let me use a tag here, and I can give a name of this tag is, let me create the closing tag first. Then you need to create a tag, any tag you can create. Let me create Azure audit logs. Okay, workspace ID will be same and time offset will be 1 day. Okay, so we are done with the log analytics part. So now what we need to do, oh, one thing I forgot, I need to close this tag log analytics. Okay, we need to close this log analytics tag. Let me give a closing tag here. Okay, now it's done. Second thing, I need to create a graph fetching command, and which is how we can achieve this within the ODL. I will be writing here graph. Okay, perfect. Same thing, we need auth path, but before that let me just create a closing tag, else I'll forget. Before within the graph I need to create auth path, and see what we need to do. We are going to create the auth path within the same directory, but this time I will be changing it to graph credential, not the log analytics credential. But the thing is, both will be the same, both credential will be the same. We need to create a file here within this directory, and also we need to create a file here within this directory, but the both credential will be the same for graph and log analytics. But you can do one thing, you can create one text file and assign this path, both of them you can also create, but I will create separately. It will help me to organize. Okay, second thing, okay, auth path we already closed. Second thing, tenant ID. Let me write down tenant ID here, tenant ID. let me copy it from here. Tenant ID, tenant ID will be the same. Okay, now let me copy the interval. It will also be the same. Where is interval? Interval also will be the same. And now let me create the request part here. Okay, and within this request part we need query, which is this query. Let me copy the query. We'll change in between whatever need to change. Let's paste it here, and within query we need to change this to write down whatever I am writing here. AUDIT in small, L capital OGS. Okay, then slash SIGN, sign I capital ins, and the query will be closed this time. Okay, time offset, we need to give the time offset. Time offset will be 1 day. Let me write down time offset 1 day. Okay, now request close. Okay, then again same thing, copy the same request block and paste it here. Okay, this time the query will be audit logs. Then I will be writing down here directory A capital UDIT S, right? Same thing, we don't need to modify any more thing. Again I'll be pasting it here. I need to make another query, which is this time I will be changing this sign in to provisioning. And why I am doing this? You remember, whenever we have created the diagnostic setting in the enter ID, we have created diagnostic setting. Let me show you. Within diagnostic setting, we have given permission three things: audit logs, sign in logs, provisioning logs. Same thing we are doing it here. One is sign in, one is provisioning, and another is audit logs. Same thing we are doing it here. So that is the reason it is very important you don't make any mistake from here. So graph tag close, but we need to create now storage thing from here. So write down storage tag close. Same thing, auth path we need. How we are getting auth path? We'll be getting auth path from here, and we need to create another file for auth path. So this time I will be creating here another file which is storage. Remember, we need to create three files. Okay, one is storage underscore credential, one is graph underscore credential, and another is log analytics, log underscore analytics underscore credential. Three files we need to create, okay, within this directory. Okay, same thing, interval. Let me copy the interval 10 minutes. Okay, next come to container name. Okay, and container name will be quote inside INSIGHTS hyphen activity, then logs. Okay, then close the tag. Container name is done, inside activity underscore log, because we will be getting data within the container. Name of the container will be inside. So there's a section in the inside within the storage area from where we will be getting the logs. Okay, now let's press enter and write down within the container name. We need to write down blobs. Okay, tag close blob, tag close. Okay, and within that write down .json, because we'll be getting data with JSON format. Okay, press enter and write down another line, which is content type, tag close, content type, tag close, and within that write down JSON inline, JSON underscore inline. Okay, JSON inline. Time offset will be 24 hours. Okay, now close the container tag now from here. Okay, done. Now let's close the storage tag. Perfect. And last we need to close the Audit tag. Okay, now our code is ready. Now this is the code we need to paste in our OSEC configuration file. Now let's go back to our Wazuh server. Now first thing first, let's create 3 files. Okay, and the directory will be, you can use nano to create those files, nano, and the directory was var osec, odel, then credential. Now here write down storage underscore credential. If you press enter, the file will automatically be created. Let's press enter. Here you just need to use, I already have done with mine, so I'm not showing you, so I'm not doing it again, but let me show you. You just need to add 2 keys, which is account name and account name. What things you need to add here is the account name section you have created earlier. This is the account name we have created earlier. Second thing, account key. This is the account key, storage account key. You just need to paste. Okay, see, no quote unquote, just need to write down account name equal to account name, account key equal to account key, and save this file. Okay, same thing you just need to do with Log Analytics Workspace. I already have created Log Analytics Workspace. So Log Analytics credential is the name of the file which we have created here. This is the file name, Log Analytics credentials. Same thing, you just need to do application ID. Here is the application ID and application key. So what is application ID? This is the application ID we have created, application ID we have created earlier. Okay, and application key, which is the key application, that means storage secret key, account key, we have created earlier, and we have copy and paste these things. So application ID equal to application ID, application key equal to application key. Okay, need to save this, Control X and Y. Same thing you will be doing with the graph credential. Graph credential will be the same as log analytics credential, right? See, the same thing I have created, application ID and application key, application ID and application key. Since I have created another app, and for that I am configured this, so you don't need to match with my keys. Whatever the key you will be getting from your account, just paste those keys. I'm not changing this key because I already have the existing system running, so I don't want to interrupt this thing. So that is the reason I'm only showing you how it should look like. Okay, and save this thing. Okay, you are done from here. Now we are all done. What we need to do from here is to install the necessary package for our server. And how we are getting this? We'll be getting this by using either apt-get for Ubuntu base or CentOS base yum. So this is the yum system I'm using CentOS yum update && and then yum install python and 3. Just need to press enter. It is checking. See, since I already have Python installed, you don't need to do more from here. Let's clear the screen again. And next thing, you need to install pip. So how we are going to do this? Yum update && yum install python 3-pip. Okay, so complete. This one is also complete. We don't need to do anything. Now need to check the pip version. Pip 3 version. What pip version we will be getting? We will be getting 21.3.1 and we are using Python 3.9. This is important. Python 3.9. So for the Python 3.9 we need to use two commands here, which is pip install ~upgrade pip. If there is an upgrade, it will be automatically updated. We already updated this. Now we need to install some dependencies packages, which I will give you in this description, and you can copy and paste this from here. So let me just copy and paste these things for you. These are the packages, a lot of packages you need to install. I'll give the code in our description. Let's paste it down and enter. It will take few minutes to install all of this. Since I already have installed this, so it will not going to install again, but for the new system you need to install these files. Okay, now what we'll be doing, we'll be going to our OSEC configuration file. So nano var OSEC etc and OSEC configuration file. Before that, come to your text file and copy this entire piece of code from model name to model close tag. Copy it, come to your OSEC config file, and within OSEC config file, since I already have created this, I'm not going to paste it here. Since within this, anywhere in the OSEC config tag, paste anywhere. See, I have pasted this here. This is my piece of code. I have pasted the same thing I configured earlier, and I show this to you how we can configure this. Same thing you need to copy and paste. Same thing. Right? These are the piece of code I have pasted here. You need to paste the same. And what you need to do, you need to save this file by Control X and restart the Wazuh server. How we are going to restart? We'll be going to restart by system ctl restart Wazuh manager. If everything is okay, you will not be getting any alert. And now let's go back to our Wazuh system and let me show you how the logs are fetching. So all of your logs will be coming within your discover section, and how we are going to navigate that? On your left hamburger icon, click on that, click on discover. All of the logs is coming here. Okay, so let's go back our cloud and create some users. So see how it is behaving now. We already have entered in our cloud environment. Click at Azure enter ID, and then on your left click user, create a user from here. Create a username. Let's see, user 7. Any user you can create, user 7, and create this user. Okay, so we have created an user here. Now let me go back to our Wazuh server and it will show here. But let me just, I think it will take some time to fetch the log. To expedite this case, let me fetch this log forcefully. So to fetch the Azure log forcefully, we will be using this command, but no worry, I will share this command in the description. Okay, just need to press enter. All of the logs will now be fetched. Okay, so all end, and we will go to our Wazuh and we'll check our newly created log over there. So we are now in the Wazuh discover section, and what we will be doing, we will use filter. And what filter we need to use? Activity. So we will be using data activity display name is add user, because we have added an user in Azure. Let's filter it out. See, the user we have created, it's now showing here. So remember this field, this is the field you can create a dashboard also based on the field data activity and display name, add user. Similarly, if any of the event you will be getting to update the user, you will be getting the same thing. And if you see, I have, this is my email ID where I have created my account, and who did this, like you can get this accountability from here. Okay, so all the details you will be getting from your Wazuh discover section. And there are a lot of activities can be possible, like if we, instead of using this add user, if we use managed update user, it also can be shown, because we have not done any updation. So let me just do an updation and quickly we'll show how it is look like. So we are in Azure now. Let me go to the enter ID. Let's click on the users and let's change some information of this user we have created earlier. Let's edit properties, write down their first name, user number 7, and let's enter one of the contact information. City is Kolkata. Save. Okay, so now we'll be going to Wazuh again, and let's run this command again to fetch the data forcefully. Okay, and we will be coming to Wazuh. So let's edit the display name. What I have done here, data activity display name is one of update user and add user, and I save this filter and let's refresh. If you refresh this, see, I get two notification, two alerts. One is for the add user, which we have done earlier, and this one is the update user. We just updated the user, so it will show you all the activity, all the auditing thing for your purpose. So I have added here Kolkata is one of the locations for user number 7. It is showing, and city is the Kolkata. I have updated this. And what are the other things we have added? I think the name we have added. So user number 7 is the one we modified, and the place, the Kolkata, is modified. So city and given name. Okay, so these are the thing. And who modify this? So it is the me who modify this. So my email ID is here, and what IP address I have used, this is the IP address I used. So everything will be logged here. So if you want to make a dashboard, you can do this from here based on some of the field you can use and create a dashboard. This is pretty easy and interesting. If you have any question, do let me know, and I will try to solve them. Okay, so thank you. I'll come to another video. Bye bye.